Okay, welcome back. I'm in Glasgow. We were talking about Dumbarton the other day. Just closed the lid. So I'm in Glasgow and I'm going to fly up and look at Dumbarton. Now, to my shame, I didn't know where Dumbarton was. I just guessed it was near Glasgow somewhere, and I was right. I did think it was on an island though, or something like that. But there's a river that comes down from Loch Lomond, and where it meets the Clyde, I think it's the Clyde, in Glasgow. That's where Dumbarton is. So we're going to take off from Glasgow now, and we're going to go check out Dumbarton. And the reason we're going to check out Dumbarton is because apparently Meghan and Harry, their son Archie, was offered the title of the Duke of Dumbarton, and she said, "I don't want it, it's got Dum in it." So we're going to go and check it out, because I would happily be the Duke of Dumbarton. I wouldn't care if it's got Dum in it. So we're just taking off from Glasgow there. There's Glasgow over to our right. We're heading north. There's the river just below us. So we'll check out Dumbarton Castle, which is not far, because as we line up with the Clyde, the Loch Lomond is off to our right. There's Glasgow Airport back there. I downloaded Scotland, so I've got Orbeck scenery, which is a lot better than the standard. I mentioned that before, the standard Orbecks. Okay, so we're looking for a river which goes off to the right up to Loch Lomond, and where the river intersects with this river, that's Dumbarton, apparently. For the benefit of everyone like me who didn't know where it was, then here we are. I suppose touring in Scotland, I'm going to do touring in Scotland in the Catalina, the PBY, because I can land on the water all over the place and go and enjoy the local cuisine. Now Loch Lomond's got to be in the distance there, above the aircraft. So we're looking for the river. Is this a river? Certainly a low bit of land here. Yeah, that looks like a river. And if that's right, then Loch Lomond Castle should be just here. Not Loch Lomond, Dumbarton. Dumbarton should be just here. This looks right. That must be Dumbarton Castle. And don't forget, there's not a very good depiction, is it, of Dumbarton Castle. They're always doing this place, these flight simulator programs are always doing the scenery, improving the scenery. So this should weave up to Loch Lomond. This is Dumbarton. Imagine turning down the dukedom of Dumbarton and saying, "No, I don't like it, it's got Dum in it. I don't want to be the Dum Duke." Oh man. So obviously this place has grown up along the river from the loch. Yeah, I will do a tour of Loch Lomond, but I'll do it in the PBY. So, look, judging by the river, I would say this is it. definitely, because there's a marina there, depiction of. Okay, let's go back. We'll check out Dumbarton again, and then we'll land at Glasgow. So we need to follow that river out from the lock, down the river, back to the Clyde. Isn't it great you can go touring anywhere in the world? Helicopters are good as well. You know, when the scenery gets really superb, I'll be helicoptering into all kinds of different places. I was in Australia last week, and today I'm in Scotland. I'm in Dumbarton. Look at that river. Right. Really weaves about this river, doesn't it? So yeah, you can see the hill at the end there. That's obviously where Dumbarton Castle is built. You can look at it on Google Earth, because they haven't put Dumbarton Castle on there yet. They've just stuck a couple of houses on there. But that's where Dumbarton Castle clearly is, and you can see why just straight away. Okay, back across the Clyde, and we'll call Glasgow Airport, and we'll come in and land. So, quick flight, Glasgow, Dumbarton, Loch Lomond, and back to Glasgow. In the Vought Corsair carrier plane from World War II. Superb visibility out of it. I love this aeroplane. Like I said, I'm going to get the payware version of the Thunderbolt, because the freeware version was superb, and I thought, well, I'm going to get the payware version, because this is the payware version. I don't think it's fair to compare the payware version to a freeware version, because this is obviously going to be better, isn't it? And I do like the Thunderbolt, so I mean, I love them both. But you know, you get Americans that will argue to the death which one was the best, but they're both super good, without a doubt. And before I can make up my mind which one I like the best, I really need to get the payware version. So I'll be probably downloading that next, because the other new download on X-Plane 11 is the short Sterling, which is a big classic 4-engine bomber, but I know it'll be rumble along really slow and docile and be boring. So I'm more inclined to get the P-47 Thunderbolt. Okay, gears down, flaps. Let's have one stage off. Shouldn't put flaps down in a turn. 2 stages off, and we'll come in at that 120. 120. Happy landings at Glasgow. I'm just going to bring the aircraft to a halt, because taxi time is wasted time. You've got to pay for taxi time. It's just as expensive as flying time. In the aviation world, that engine is running and it's costing you money by the hour. Okay, 100 knots, I'm happy with that. Flare, chop the power, keep the nose up, keep the aircraft flying just above the ground. That's the trick, is not to let it touch down until it's going so slow that it just won't stay up anymore, and then it's only got to drop a foot, hopefully, if you get it right, 6 inches onto the ground, and it's makes for a nice smooth landing. Open the lid, stick my head out, get some air. Full flaps. stick right back in the stomach, and I think we'll take this exit, which is the disused. Thanks for watching. Archie is not the Earl of Dumbarton, apparently, and that's why. Brakes on.